Well, the only thing I learned is that I will never ever jump off aggro instantly. Ever again. I'll drop down and then jump the right way so I don't get meme rocked. It's just... what? A 1 second time loss to not lose 40 seconds? Well, that's a pretty given one because Sean's run wasn't actually good at all till Kuro. He was 2.5 minutes behind. It's just after that he went God mode. Proof of concept that sub 110 is possible. Because as you can see, I transferred Sean's any percent time to my loading times on the right side of the splits. It's just one of those things where you just have to be just a slight bit extra safe to never mess that one up. But I'm greedy. Not greedy enough to go for this third skip though, fuck that thing. Okay, this Valus could be very good. Let me just move a little forward to not get shaken. Actually good stabs here. Yeah, good Valus. I'll take that one every time. It's actually kind of crazy that I'm still losing a second to my world record Valus because I didn't even do any of the extra skips there, but I assume it's also a loading time kind of thing. It's the RTA I took from Sean. Yeah. It's also different because I'm actually playing on a different game than I used to back then because I bought the European version for the items. I used to actually play on the US version. And yeah, I basically took Sean's RTA, but instead I put in my loads from my run yesterday. It took a little bit of math and time, but this 139 is basically what Sean would have gotten if he played on my hardware. Minus the barber cutscene because I don't do that, so I just subtracted that. Oh, God damn it, people calling me. Yeah, no. Maybe after this run dies. Oh god, this is cursed. Okay, I think I saved it. Never mind. I didn't save shit. I saved it. Let's do like a 91 on this and another one. Excuse me. He just lost to a plant like 2 times after I got it. And now he's getting a plant here. Oh my god. What the actual... But yeah, to come back to the RTA issue, yeah, Hammer, I actually had days where the PS4 was loading extremely slowly, even compared to my PBs. For example, right now I can't actually compare to my HTA splits. They're completely useless, because I lose like 5 to 10 seconds on every split, due to loading times. I don't know what happened there. Like seriously, I'm considering making like some kind of Excel sheet of some sort, if I can figure it out. So I can like just get the pure RTA of stuff. Like the loadless, and to be able to quickly distribute the splits so I can have like proper splits whenever my loading times change. But yeah, Sean's run yesterday was just crazy. He was actually 2.5 minutes behind my time once you transfer the RTA after Kuro, and after that he just gained time on every split. Especially 1.5 minutes on Pelagia, almost like 2 minutes. Because I got slightly memed. But the slight memes actually cost more time than you would think. Like, I got everything alright with the 2 cycle and Wander staying on the head, but on the last gazebo, Pelagia just turned somewhere and that cost a minute. Good luck with that, Foxy. Yeah, I'm positive. I'm not frustrated at all. That run wasn't anything special. I can definitely do it again and better. Like, I know for a fact, just math-wise, that in an ideal world where I don't mess up Colossi, I could save like 3 to 4 minutes on Sean's run. And that actually would be, well, you can do the math yourself. Like what, a 109, 108? Getting better. And the craziest thing, I reset my sum of segments, sum of best segments, but then it was up to date with Sean's run in mind. It was actually like a 133 something. So I'm pretty sure, and that's with my load times, not with Sean's load times. So I'm pretty sure once the PS5 drops a sub 130 hard, any percent run would be possible. It's just mind blowing how unoptimized some of the hard stuff is. What? What the hell? Can you like record that? That sounds weird as hell. Does it actually say 101 on the final time? Like if you pray on the statue and anything? By the way, Hammer, would you take part in a big race, relay race edition / IL grind competition, depending on what we choose? Because both of them would actually work fine. Okay. Not ideal, but I'll take it. I've been getting this one a lot lately. Not sure if it says something is wrong about my lineup, considering I've been more consistent than ever on the launch lately, which is still not as consistent as other people, but consistent enough to do runs. I don't know. Let's do the meme shit here. Just go to a shoulder, stab it or something. Come on, do the animation, dude. Thank you. You can actually get like 3 stabs in and get back like that. It's a fine little trick. And now you don't have to worry about the plant as much, since it's a final sigil and there's no timers attached. Yep. Probably like in July. We'll talk about the details, but I really would want some IL runners to be in there. Maybe like people who don't wanna participate. I know Ruby wants to take a little break from them. Could do the commentary. Okay, it wasn't great, but I'm actually not losing as much time as I could have. That's still fine. And I would actually specifically ask Odawara and maybe Kamyu, just to get some spiciness in there. Maybe they could do a thing. So it's through Twitter I actually have contact. Obviously always hoping for Stormblade, but that won't happen. So the idea would be either have NTA and HTA, one does evens, the other one does odds, while skipping all the loading times in between. And that would be the race. Or we could just say, let's say select 2 Colossi, the teams select who does what, and then 2-hour grind to get to the best time. Or maybe even like more than 2 just to add spiciness. Maybe select 4 and then people have to do 2 different ones. And there's some little strategy in there as well. Oh boy, that would be amazing, Hammer. I never saw that glitch before. I'm very confused, but I would give you the benefit of a doubt for sure. If there's a clear time shown at least. That is verifiable, let's say. Or do that, yeah. What Hammer says. Just get good. Just get sub 50. Bro, what are you doing? It's HTA. How don't you have sub 50 yet? Yeah, of course. Okay, I'll take that. Once again, just hoping to not lose too much time against Sean. He had a decent Phaedra. Very, very decent in fact. Oh god. No memes. No memes. Some of the regrabs were almost too scary. What the hell is this animation? It's cursed. All villains are moving in all the ways that should be possible there. Okay, I should be fine, bro. So probably losing a bit of time against Sean. Probably gaining time against my splits. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what I thought. The way that Sean got Vireki is just the most amazing thing ever. Just the way I can easily get almost 3-minute time save on him and then still be very, very unsure about if I can get Vireki. I probably honestly could have if I didn't mess up Celosia that badly and if Pelagia went decent. And I forgot again to practice the way Sean does VL setup in 90%. That thing was very, very interesting. I don't know how he does it, it's probably arrow timing. But he's actually consistent at it. Which would make hard 90% Pelagia way less threatening. Just because you at least have a guarantee to not get memed on the first gazebo. Okay, anyway. And I think I will try for the launch again if I get the high wing pattern. Yeah, however, I know I can get a little fixated on these things, but you know, my heart honor got broken. The hard 90% in HTA got taken away within 2 days. And that 3 times, you know? You gotta do better than that. Like, I'm not worried about RTA anymore because Sean basically figured that one out. He might even get the sub 15 for all I know once he gets to grind that again. And if he even tries any % normal, I'm sure he'll get the sub 1 in there as well. But at least with hard categories, the ones that people don't care enough about to take them back, you know, that's what I need. I mean, it's not. Sub 1, any % normal, sub 110 hard, any %. Sub 25 HTA, sub 15 NTA. Oh god. Come on, Church, you gotta run this game again. Or at least run something. I just want to see you stream. It's so sad. Will you take part in a relay? Because for a relay to properly work, we at least need 8 people, I feel like. To make 4 teams. And then we need 1 or 2 people for commentary. And I know Ruby said that she doesn't feel like participating in the next one, which I can understand, I guess. But let's say you got Sean, JK, me. You know, if the Asians don't, like, take part, it would be kind of iffy. I mean, maybe it would work with 6 people as well, but, you know, I would like to see some diversity there. Actual low wing pattern, I'm happy about that. If I mess it up right now, I can't blame memes. It would be all on me. Even though now that Sean proved that high wing is actually faster, if you get to the launch, like he did. What is it, Wacky? Did you sneeze again? Yeah, bless you. Oh god. Gotta love the low wing pattern. It's so relaxing. No bullshit, no memes. Just straight up walk from one wing to the other. Oh god, wasn't able to do the fast jump step. Sometimes it memes me there. Go for it, Foxy. Actually lost some time, I assume because of the jump step and maybe due to the routing. Maybe this meetings are still going. Who knows? I just assume Foxy has like an eye mask thingy that keeps the eyes open while he's sleeping. Everyone was probably tired. It was like, actually, fuck that meeting, let's just sleep. So Barba is tricky. I know for a fact hand first is just faster if I get the launch properly. There's a lot of in-betweens. I removed the 30 seconds of cutscene from Sean's splits just because I know I will go for hand first. But hard any percent Barba can be tough. Once you miss hand first, that's where memes start happening. And who wants memes to be happening? It's actually crazy how like Sean was actually 15 seconds faster just because of the launch. It wasn't even the greatest kind of launch, he could have saved more time. Probably like 145 if you get everything right. Might actually be interesting for HTA as well, we'll definitely practice that. I'm not, well, it would be as fast if you skip going back up the back and just hope for the stairs or do like hand first back up, I guess. I know for a fact it's slower unless you're like very clean. Oh yeah, that works too, but that would be like some IL bullshit. Either you get lucky or you do the backup with hand first, where at that point it would be faster by principle, but I wouldn't be comfortable doing that kind of stuff. Just because the run is so goddamn long. I'll take hand first any day. Especially since I actually suck at the cutscene skip. But I timed it earlier today when I was timing it, and Sean's execution was slower than a good hand first for sure. By like 15 to 20 seconds. If you get the launch. Without the launch it's about the same. I just don't like the skip and I feel more comfortable with hand first. I'll probably jinx myself and not hit it here, but there's no way I'm not going for it. There we go. Now the only problem is if you go for the launch and mess it up, sometimes you can mess up the animations. And that's where the time loss definitely starts. But I've noticed if you take this one slow and just go for like the right positioning. Oh, I didn't hit the jump button, but this is fine. Because if you land here, it's basically no time loss compared to the safer strategy. Clean enough, for sure. I mean, this execution might be just as fast compared to like an average. Oh, ooh, dude. Okay, nothing is ever safe. Consistency is a lie, unless you're Sean. Okay. Now we can basically see if that was faster or not compared to Sean. I think it was. Yeah, pretty much. And that wasn't the best execution because I failed with the launch. So I'd say on average it's probably faster. because I removed the cutscene from the splits, so it's actually comparable. Sean actually said there's probably a possibility you could work out like load removers, which would be absolutely amazing. You wouldn't even have to go by load removers, but just being able to have consistent splits with easy comparisons. That would be very, very good. Also, I'm actually way more relaxed about Hydras nowadays, since JK's backup is actually almost as consistent as Vayel's setup. If I miss first try, that is. The flow really is about the backup. Basically, JK found out that if you start swimming, once the health bar of Hydra spawns if you fail the first try, and then swim 9 times, it's basically Vayel's setup, and it works a lot. And the funny thing is, since you die easily in any percent hard, you lose less time compared to, let's say, any percent normal if you just swim towards it and do it the normal way. So I'm actually curious if you could kill yourself off in any percent normal, because it would actually be a faster backup. If you can kill yourself off as fast or fast enough. Because going for the usual like casual strategy in hard is basically nonsense. You can do it with rolls while killing the horns, or if you're feeling fancy, risk dying, but it doesn't sound like fun to me. So what happened? Did he actually get memed into oblivion? I know that can happen where the timer never stops and Vayel doesn't end. That happened to me before, where you can't press the start button. But the timer stopping at tendrils I've never seen before. Yeah, exactly, that's what I meant. But would something like that actually be verifiable? Like, could you tell what the final time was somehow? Like, I know if someone dies in, let's say, a boss rush, we would just look at the last frame, and if it's identifiable, we would just use that. So wouldn't it make sense to accept something like that, since it's obviously complete bullshit? I'm not sure about that lineup. Not sure at all. Well, let's see if JK's the backup still works fine. Since Sean got it first try, I'm not actually worried about that. It's crazy that to me that would have been a reset, like 1, 2, Would have been a reset just like a couple days ago. This actually looks like an IL setup. Yep. Amazing. This gives me hope. With any percent is actually somewhat consistently doable. Well, Hammer, but that's like the thing. I don't think you can make exceptions. It's either a rule or we block all runs, you know? Gotta be objective on an issue like that. But I think it's like such a niche case that you won't have to deal with it all too often. It's actually honestly kinda hilarious, because I'm not even losing 30 seconds here compared to my PB. Well, I'm losing 30 seconds, but you know, it's nothing as drastic as it used to be. Second try Hydras in any percent is definitely acceptable. So now I can actually gain time on Kuro as well. And everything goes alright until Basra, and I could be 2 minutes ahead of Sean. Which would actually be a sub 110, barely, if I'm lucky. But I probably won't be able to get a Queen Pelagia like that, but we'll see. Maybe it will just die on like the next few Colossi, or in Basra, like yesterday in the big race. Yeah, it's completely insane. I looked at the splits. I really needed to retime his RTA just to see how the hell I messed up on the last Colossi to still be beaten that badly after a 2.5 minute like advantage in my splits. But it was basically that. Like, everything starting at Celosia was garbage from me. I didn't even realize, but I messed up the jump down, lost 30 seconds on Celosia. I messed up on Phalanx, I messed up badly on Pelagia, even though I didn't think it was that bad at the time, because I was still comparing to Marcelo's run, which was a bit less clean. My Phalanx was garbage. My Zenobia wasn't great. Argus and Malice weren't great either. So basically, starting in slow stage, he just crushed me on every split. And many of those splits look actually fine. You wouldn't think those are time losses until Sean crushes them. That's why I thought sub 110 would actually be difficult, but sub 110 is totally doable. Not easy, but doable. Like, Sean's consistency is actually nuts. Oh god, that won't work, will it? Okay, I'll take that. Hammer, you're not wacky. Stop it. not too bad anyway. This will all float, but it's probably not. Time loss. Woohoo! Oh well. That's a first, but I shouldn't be losing too much time still. Oh god, camera, give me some mercy. This might be a new step. Okay, I'm good. Okay. Messed up a little, but it should still be fine. Unless I get meme stabs. Even then, I think I could even afford one more meme stab before this would be critical. Yep. There we go, how to be ahead of Sean by 2 minutes. No, let's mess it up, shall we? Well, like, yeah, are you awake? Are you asleep? What are you doing? Because I think after this run, I might just do this one as a no reset. I'll maybe just play some Last of Us. Funnily enough, this run is actually 2 minutes ahead of Reki, but I still don't feel confident. Oh god, the 5G tower memes. My mom actually asked me recently what the hell 5G is because she's getting very, very weird conspiracy bullshit on her Russian Facebook feed or whatever. Where like a doctor talks about how it will kill everyone and how Corona was just a distraction to blame Corona for the 5G towers. People are mental, but hey, imagine that people actually believe this shit. Like, yeah, they tested it, it kills people, sounds like a great idea. Yeah, it's controlling us all. The government is making me play Shadow of the Colossus. I don't have a free will. Ugh. I feel like actually going for the regrab each time is more consistent for me, because you don't need a brain to time that. Oh god. Oof, that could have gone very wrong. I'm still convinced that going for resets there, reset of animation there is faster and easier to get a plant in and stuff, but yeah, this should be fine usually. Unless I get all of plant here. Yep, okay, that happens like half the time. Bastaran's head is the weirdest thing ever. Did I get a plant again? I didn't even see that. Okay, never mind, I didn't get a plant. I hate that. Oh, I got the plant. Oh, I missed the plant again. Okay, time out, Bastaran. Can I please just stab you? What the fuck? Okay. That moment when I'm not even gaining time, even though in my PB I did this second try. Even worse than Sean. Even though for a second I thought it was totally fine when I thought I had the plant. But I'll take it anyway. God damn it. Yeah, I'll just do that call after this run. I should have probably called back after last run. I like how it's now a meme. And now it's Wacky is calling for a meme. Imagine being insane enough to give Wacky your phone number. Okay, there you go, Wacky. Am I even going the right way? I might have been distracted there. Where the hell am I going? Okay, I should be fine. I think. If I don't run into cliffs here, I think I'm okay. Imagine running this game for so long and then still being unsure about what the hell the way to Dirge is. Okay, I've actually messed up Dirge quite a bit at some points. Because hitting the eye in the any percent setup, I just can't figure that one out that well. But if I get past here with a proper one cycle, that's where things get interesting. And I'm actually like 45 seconds faster than last run. Which is amazing. I'm actually very happy about my consistency recently. It's gotten better. Especially since I don't reset anymore as much, at least. So I'm just gonna do a no reset run on this one, no matter what happens. Unless... Everything starting from Celosia pretty much. At least Sean proved that. There's also some stuff before Celosia, but for the most part that was fine. But there's actually a lot of time losses before that, after that. Like almost 2 minutes on Pelagia if you get a perfect Pelagia. 30 seconds on Celosia, 30 seconds on Phalanx, 30 seconds on Argus, 30 seconds on Malice. Well, it's probably like over the top compared to Sean, who just did absolutely amazingly yesterday on the last part, but you know, that was from a time when I guess I wasn't as great at the game as I am now, and especially compared to Sean. It's just killing it, consistency wise. Okay, this should be one cycle. I would be very disappointed if not. Holy shit, actual frame drops. I haven't had that shit that often anymore. Amazing. Okay, I liked that dirt split a lot. Definitely happy with that one. Actually 2 minutes ahead again, it's a gold split. Amazing. Okay, no bullshit on Celosia. I don't want to get memed again. Then I hope for the best on Pelagia. If I don't get memed, I have a decent chance. Even though I've been garbage at things like Phalanx even. And Argus is always a fun one. But hey, I got a 2 minute advantage. That helps. But yeah, Church, if you basically look at the split comparison, the right one is the one from Sean, the estimated one, on my hardware, and the left one is my PB formal world record. You can see how he's just like gaining time, step by step, starting from the split on. And the craziest one was definitely on Pelagia. But hey, if Sean can do it, I can do it, right? Oh, Pelagia probably thinks differently. Like, seriously, Sean's Pelagia yesterday was even good for HTA standards. Even for IL standards, like, seriously. Crazy. But as of right now, if I would hold this pace, even with Sean, I would basically have a sub 110. Since it's 2-minute real time and that's even more in-game time, if I'm doing the math right. Maybe I'm doing the math wrong actually. I don't know, I shouldn't think about that. Wait, 2 minutes and it's 90% slower? Wait, never mind, when you need more time save. Whatever, let's just not get memed. Amazing, imagine just jumping off aggro and not getting memed. Isn't that fun? That's a time save right here, just by not being stupid. But yeah, JK demonstrated you can actually die if you get, like, thrown all the way back during the cutscene, if you're unlucky. So, who knows, maybe I'll still get memed. Okay, that's actually good. Let's just get another one for good measure. You can even get 3 in a row there. Sean did it. And one of... Ah! The fuck was that? I was grabbing! What the fuck? This is actual bullshit. This is the meme right here. Can I please go back, Mr. Celosia? I find all the memes that are possible in every run ever. Just come on, do your thing, Wander. Glitch back up. Imagine getting the first 2 jump steps and still failing. This will be a meme step, yeah, obviously. Die. So I lost like a minute if you add up the time loss of like the 30 seconds of my PB. Yeah, you can even see it compared to Sean. Not sub 110 pace, but still world record pace. And you would have thought I wouldn't get memed there. Holy shit, I hate Celosia. Celosia is the worst Colossus. All people say he's easy, but no, he's absolute bullshit. I hate him so much. Well, time to get compared to Sean's late game splits. I can't wait to slowly have my hope dwindled away. Or maybe I'll just do well. Who knows? Would be nice change. I definitely don't feel comfortable at all anymore with just a minute of advantage. Oh, Celosia is all kinds of buggy. Especially in HTA, since Celosia does more damage, there's a lot more bullshit happening. I'm sure I wouldn't have fallen off on MTA just because you wouldn't get as much damage, but what would I know? The fact that the tail did damage there was the worst thing of all, honestly. Like, disgusting. What the hell? Well, technically still world record pace. But I would definitely grind that out more if this ends up being world record or PB or whatever. I mean, for PB I just need a clean Pelagia and I got it. There's no doubt about it. But, you know, aiming for more here. God, I wish I would have practiced the IL lineup on Pelagia. I don't understand how Sean does that one. You always land way too far to the left, usually. I mean, you can avoid dying as long as you're facing towards the back of Celosia there. It's just usually you somehow get a possibility to kind of glitch up there, but that didn't happen for the longest time. So yeah, a minute time loss on Celosia. Nice. I can't even remember a run ever where I didn't get memed by Pelagia to some capacity. PB was very, very close, but I still got memed. Because Pelagia turned away on the last gazebo. Everything up to that was actually awesome. So the only clean Pelagia run in any percent was the one I saw Sean do so far. And that's what I'm running against, even though I have a minute advantage. Decent jump. I think actually Sean got memed a little bit on the way to Pelagia. I'm pretty sure I did that one a little cleaner. So maybe even if I get like a somewhat clean but slightly subpar Pelagia, I could gain time. We'll see. Yeah, that's what usually happens. Whatever. Pray for the lineup, pray to not fall off. I mean, if that is the only meme that happens, I'm fine with that. The lineup looks possibly okay. I'll stay... Okay. He didn't grab, what a piece of shit. I'm telling you that's a 60 FPS thing. Okay. Let's do it again, but better this time. Fox, you're the only one insane enough to not use it while you have the access to it. Even though, obviously, I could have avoided that if I was a better player. I'm just being a little salty. More of a meme. I can see... Camera, I can see... Okay. I'm still on there, I think. Turning the other way. Okay, that's typical. Might fall off. I'll take shoulder. I'll take shoulder. Okay. Okay. So overall, I'm not happy with this one, obviously. But maybe there is some hope. Maybe it will be one of those things where I lose exactly the minute and I'm still like slightly ahead or something. And then I just go god mode or something. Hehe. Is it that would happen? Obviously I have to go for the memes here. At least partially, actually. I won't go for full-on memes. I'll just accept the memes if they go my way. But I'll do the Ruby thing here. To not get memed by anything else, since the positioning here can be questionable as hell. So I'm losing time now compared to Sean. Can still PB. I don't know, I hate this so much. Whatever. I know I can do better next time. The thing that went wrong here was completely my fault. Still gold split for me, by the way. For some fucking reason. I don't get this one. Oh, I was behind slightly more beforehand, okay. Yes, yeah. Obviously leaving then once the dream dies, right? Just kidding. Maybe I get a better phalanx lineup. I actually don't fail the jump for once. And then it could still world record. With a very good malice. Not likely, but got to practice. Continue doing runs. Yeah, I have no doubt I can get that record back as long as I stay consistent enough to get to Pelagia. Maybe practice the IL lineup just to have a very safe possibility of actually doing that stuff. And then just staying positive. I'm actually not mad about this one. It could have been a better run for sure. With the Celosia anyway. If the Celosia went well, I would still be ahead. That's how crazy it is. Just not... gotta get good, that's all. I'm not sure if I can actually gain substantial time. Maybe on Malice. Maybe on Malice, actually. Oh yeah, actually I can gain time on Malice. He also failed to get to the bridge quickly. Yeah, for sure I could still record from here. Potentially. Very, very slightly. But there's Phalanx, Zenobia. I can do better on Phalanx and Zenobia. Just gotta be very, very careful with Argus, and I might have a chance. If I go God mode, it's possible, let's say. And then I got interesting splits for next time. Okay, I actually get a better turn. No, never mind. For a second it looked like it, but Phalanx was like, ah, no. You won't. And that's fine. Oh, I hate this turn so much. I hate it, but I should be fine here. Yep. That's okay. Okay, that's fine. Fuck. Okay, I'm okay with this one. I'm not sure if I might still be losing time compared to Sean. Sean was just that good, but it's a good Phalanx split for me. Yeah, obviously I'm losing time compared to Sean. What the fuck? Big yikes. Gold split for me. Lost 15 seconds compared to Sean. That's just the reality of it. Well, I know I can potentially beat Sean on the last 3 if I just go God mode. If I got a PB it would be a start, but I wouldn't be happy with it. Let's just get my A game. Also, these splits could actually be, in fact, a little off, obviously, because I'm not sure if I did the math right. Oops, almost went to a wrong Colossus there, thinking about Argus, typical me. I'm actually feeling less bad about my performance now that I'm actually trying to beat Sean's run, and it's still difficult even in a proper relaxed mindset while having multiple attempts. Like, what the fuck? I'm just going all out on Malice and the arrow and all of the shit I can think of to save time. Which is in my capacity. Then I could maybe save like 30 seconds. If I do it first try, obviously. And then it would basically be a coin toss if I got it or not. But I know I can do better. I think I would actually still be ahead if I didn't mess up on Celosia. And the Pelagia thing was also unfortunate. Since it could have been a clean Pelagia if I waited just a second longer before dropping down again. Oh well. That's actually weird. That's for people that get there through memes and not for Shadow for Colossus. You're gaining like the mainstream audience now, Wacky. Your videos soon gonna go viral if people like that start showing up. Oh. Classic. Yeah. I should honestly do that shit. And I should start doing like thumbnails and go all out professional YouTube guy. Do some run clip compilation videos. There's definitely potential in the YouTube channel. I just don't really feel like investing the time, that's all. Okay. I am the Zenobia Master. I can do this. I can get a gold split against Sean. I can do this. Because I'm amazing at this game. Ah, come on. Let's do the early thing. And whistle a little. If I don't get this perfectly, the run is dead anyway. Could have gone all out even. The whole Hayao bullshit. Well, the run is dead. I can probably still PB. But I'm sad now. Excuse me, why didn't you grab? Piece of garbage. Let's get wacky, jump for wacky. Got wacky, jump for wacky. Well, yeah, but I want to get world record. PB isn't worth much. There was just a slight last chance of getting world record if I did a perfect Zenobia, Argus and Malice. Now I can definitely not world record anymore. Ah, oh god. How far behind was I? 45 seconds. I'm actually not even losing that much time compared to Sean, that surprises me a lot. Only a couple seconds. Okay, I overestimated his Zenobia split by a long shot. I could have actually saved like 20 seconds on that one for sure. Interesting. Well, too late now. Well, let's say, I think Sean might have like a 30 seconds of time loss on Malice. If I get a very exceptionally good Argus, maybe, I could still world record by like a second. I don't think so, but there's definitely enough like variance in HT that it's a possibility that you can see happening in theory. Knowing my consistency on Malice, I doubt it, but I've been surprised by myself even before. Oh yeah, I can beat Aiden for sure. If I get a good Argus and Malice, I can get into 112 range still. Overall unfortunate run. The Celosia hurt a lot. I could be like still ahead of Sean right now. And with Pelagia even. I can do better, and I will do better. Like, this run doesn't even matter in the long run, I just gotta try and do my best. And that's a good thing, because I'm absolutely not nervous right now. Like, not at all. But I gotta get first try Argus and first try Malice without any mistakes. And at that point, honestly, the splits are not consistent enough to even tell me if I'm behind by like 10 seconds or not. Because there's still variance. Oh, that was great. That never happens. Oh well. Lost a little time there, but that's fine. Well, this is the key, right? I wasn't sure if I finished the sigil there. Oh god, he continues shaking. He still continues shaking. Not great. Could have been a lot better. Excuse me, how was that a meme stab? Yeah, I'm not sure if that's good. If that even saves time compared to Sean. It definitely saves time compared to my execution, but... Oof. Now this is interesting. I know for a fact that Sean messed up on 2 occasions on Malice. One of them was the run up to the bridge, where aggro turned to the right, and that lost probably like 20 or 30 seconds alone, and then he messed up on the arm as well. So, if I do perfectly here, I might have a chance. I never do perfectly on Malice, but maybe this is the time I do. Wouldn't be a good record, but Reki is Reki, right? Next time I can try and do better. I can definitely see how I'm like on par with Sean on the later splits now. It shows that I've gotten a lot better, which is amazing. I've never had that happen actually, where a run was going like that, where I could potentially get the Reiki if I do perfectly on Malice or whatever. Well, actually it was close one time in that one RTA run where I fell off Malice's head, but that's besides the point. Like at this point, there I was still ahead even before the split. Here I am behind before the split, but I could be ahead after the split. That's what I mean. Very interesting. Never had a good Malice in my life. Like actually everything matters here. And that Argus could have been better as well. Sean's time is so beatable. I overestimated his later splits actually. To some extent. His phalanx is very good, but other than that, who knows? I always get a slowdown here. Okay, this time it wasn't as bad as it usually can be. go. Wasn't fast, I stopped a little early. But I don't hate this, I guess. No, first time safe is if I just can manage this part alright. Okay, can't avoid the slowdown here. Oh, that was fairly quick. I like that. That's good. Whew. That's actually good. Oh god, I know I messed up the malice skip so often lately. Even in my run yesterday. So if I don't, I'm just not sure if I have to go for early arrow to still get it. But I think I'll do it still. Because I will beat myself up if the early arrow would have gotten the recce. If I mess it up, I mess it up. Hold the macaroni. And next time I'll get the recce by a couple minutes. That's my goal. Even if I get it this time. If I don't get it this time, it's fine. Ah, fuck that. Side to side bullshit. Ain't anybody got the patience to do that. I think he didn't slow down there. Slight time loss. Woohoo. That's good. I have a chance. Holy shit, I have a chance. It's not a great chance, but it's a chance. That's all I wanted. Gotta do early arrow here. And not slow down. Okay. It's always me who gets this bullshit. Just for the record. If I mess up the record for because of 1 second, that's that moment right here. Early arrow, let's go. All the way. Make JK proud. Yeah, culmination of moments, but yeah. You're right, but church, leave me that excuse. Obviously I could have, like, done better on a lot of things, but that was actually a clean Malice. I used your advice, Church. It helped. That's so pog. That's actually so close, holy shit. If I don't get it now, oh god. If I don't get it now, I couldn't have gotten it any other way. Way better than yours, but I'm still not saving as much time. That's so weird. Maybe the splits are off. Let's keep hope up. Surely I saved more than 15 seconds here. Maybe I messed up the math. Let's hope for messed up math. Everything could happen here. Yeah, you lost time before bridge and on Malice. Like, there's definitely like a serious possibility I still get it here. That was like the best 90% Malice that I've ever gotten. And even if I don't get it, it's fine, I'll get it next time. I'm hyped up and I can do better. Yeah, it's definitely second place. I'm too scared to do Vape Nation, honestly. Let's do it now. Because I feel like when you do Vape Nation, when they're still too close, it loses time. Because you kind of extend backwards so they can shoot you again. It could actually come down to RNG here. I've worked on that! I've worked on that. If you go slightly to the side, you can avoid this. That was a perfect fucking dormant split. I'm still losing 7 seconds here, but that's messed up math. I don't know. Let me turn on the light. I'm sorry, Wacky. It's just that this has the potential to be Wacky. And even though I was like almost a minute behind on Sean's splits. If it's not, I'm still very happy with this run and I can do better. Here you go. Hug to all of you. Huggers, huggers. Now, this is the point. I lost like a good bunch of seconds on Pelagia. That was like almost a minute. I lost a minute on Celosia. The Celosia one was a big one, and there was definitely a lot of memes here. I would have had the record for sure if I didn't get memed on Celosia. That's a fact. And I can definitely use this to my advantage next time to gain a little confidence. Look at the sum of best, sub 35. It's actually better than with Sean's splits. Maybe I only messed up the counting on phalanx. because it didn't look that bad to lose 15 seconds. But yeah, look, I lost 1.5 minutes on Pelagia actually. And I lost a minute on Celosia. There's 2.5 minutes of time save. And after that I tried my best. There was like a decent 20-second time save on Zenobia. There was still a time save on Argus. Let's just hope for the best. So last time when there were cutscenes, I solved a 5x5 Rubik's Cube and that took way too long. So I'll solve a 2x2 now. To calm down my nerves. Because that's impressive, right? I don't even know the proper fast way to do it. I just do it like a 3x3 by orientating the corners. So it's actually total garbage the way I do it. Wait. Like if you can solve a 3x3, you can solve like 2x2. That's actually kind of funny. But it's not as easy as people think. You actually have to know what you're doing. Funnily enough, you wouldn't think that. There we go. Woo! There's a meme about that for sure, JK. Math looks good. So what will it be? Like a 112 20 or something? We'll see. Well, Inception, keep in mind for that one that Aiden had the cutscene in there. Aiden had the cutscene in there. So that's minus 30 seconds. And that would be Reiki by 3 seconds. But then again, I can't possibly predict my own loading times. There's so much variance. I could see a 1:12:20 happening, but I can also see a 1:11:58 happening. I mean, I wanted to use these splits as a orientation. But there's so much variance to it that I can't possibly predict the IGT time. It's only my best guess. More 2x2. Okay. Let's solve with the blue thing down this time. Blue opposite is yellow, right? No. White opposite. Blue opposite is red? Is it red? No, it's not red. Being silly. It's green. Right. There we go. It can't be improved by 2 minutes. Sean, look at it. Here, at this point after Dirge I was 2 minutes ahead of you. And then I lost a minute to Celosia and a minute, more than a minute to Pelagia. You gotta show me how to do the IL lineup for Pelagia in any percent. Maybe make a video on that, I would really appreciate it. Because I don't know how you're doing it, but there's like something I'm doing wrong and you're doing right. Because that would make so many things so much easier. 20% in general. You'd gain like 10 seconds for free every time and have a consistent lineup. That would be amazing. Because that's like one of those things you do that always amaze me. I think it might be some arrow timing and the way you jump to it. But I always land way too far to the left. God damn it, this would have been wacky if I didn't get me by Celosia. Oh fuck. Maybe it still is, I don't know. After that I'll definitely take a little break and stuff. But yeah, let me look at the map myself. I need to update this one. Like Aiden, any percent hard. He had what, a 141 something. 141.11. This is a 139.27. That's 1 minute 40 seconds plus 30 seconds. 1 minute 40 seconds would be 13 something, 13.20. The other one would, wait, no, 12.20, and the other one would be 111.50. Obviously Aiden's, I think Aiden's loading times tend to be slightly slower than mine, but I don't know if I had a slow loading day or not. I could see it being anywhere between 111.50 and 112.20. Final answer. Well, actually there's a difference though. You died twice on Hydrus. I did die once, which makes your IGT better? Let me think about it for a second. If you die twice, the time advantage isn't as much because I only died once and there's a cutscene in between. Meaning your IGT would be better in that regard. And you died on Kuro. That's actually a bad sign then. So it would tend more to 112.20. Maybe. Usually whenever we're thinking, oh, it might be close, it's always like a 112.30 or something instead. Did I die on something you didn't die on? I don't think so. I don't think I died in this run. IGT is a mess, but it's fair. I edited out the cutscene here. So actually, I would be by 3 seconds ahead RTA wise. I don't know. Yeah, if we didn't have IGT, we wouldn't have been having this discussion right now because I would need a PS Pro and SSD to beat your time. I only died on Hydrus once, yeah. Or a whole run, it could go either way. I'm just surprised that I didn't save as much time on Malice. I can see there being like, let's say 3 second difference because of 5 second difference, let's say 2 seconds because of a slowdown I had. 2 seconds plus 3 seconds because I didn't do pitless. I just did a normal one. But I should have saved more time, I feel like. Maybe I'm overestimating how much time you lost. And obviously you always get to the head a little quicker. And I got memed on the plateau once. Well, if you're taking aggro sections into account, I don't know. I'm fine. I'm just very excited about whatever is going to happen here. I want a 111.59, that would be the most wholesome. Look at the loading time. What the hell? Okay. My math was very close. Minus 27, so it would be, with my math, it would be 112.26. Okay. Amazing. Okay. I'll take 112.18 and I'll try again, I guess. If I didn't get memed on Celosia, god damn it. Let me end the recording here.